Greetings, Masanawana. Greetings, Luluna Mapagania. I am back with another installment of the Yellow Corner, bringing you the preview of what many deem to be the most entertaining and exciting fixture on our Betway Premiership calendar. It is the undisputed champions of South African football, Mamelodi Sundowns, taking on the Cup Kings of South African football, Orlando Pirates. This much anticipated clash will take place on Saturday afternoon at 3:30 at Loftus. Yeah, man, really looking forward to this fixture, man. I really hope it doesn't rain, and because I just listened to Coach Miguel Cardoso's press conference a few minutes before recording this preview, and he spoke about the pitch at Loftus, that if it rains, man, we might be in trouble, so hopefully we won't see a pitch or a garbage of a pitch that looked like the one that we played in the very fixture last season. There are certain quarters that believed that or Sundowns deliberately ruined the pitch, in that fixture, but it is not like that. It definitely isn't like that, man. It was two teams playing in a terrible pitch, and this fixture deserves to play on a carpet of a pitch. So hopefully the rain, man, stays away on Saturday. Maybe it rains after this game. But before I delve and go deeper into the preview, let me start by first congratulating our club for progressing to the CAF Champions League group stages once again, man. It is for, I think, the 11th time in a row. I know many will say, why am I congratulating a fish for swimming? But we saw over the weekend how tough it is in the Champions League. Certain big teams didn't progress. I'm not going to mention names, but certain big teams are not in the group stages. So let me congratulate the team. Hopefully we go a step further, and a step further means we put another star on top of our emblem. And let me also take my hat off to the management, most of the marketing department of the club, for the initiative of including young ones, in our last game against Remo Stars at Loftus. We saw the turnout, and there were a lot of kids, they were entertained, and they were also part of the entertainment. So let me take my hat off to the management of the club for such initiatives, man. In 15, 20 years time, a lot of these kids will be adults by then, and die-hard Sundown supporters using their hard-earned money to go to games, and it would have started for some with the initiative here over the weekend. Klopp has done this, or the management has done this in the last few years and months, and hopefully it's something that will take place on a regular basis, man. So hats off to the management of the club and the technical team also for progressing to the CAF Champions League, man. The criticism, the applause must be as loud as the criticism, and we are quick on this platform, myself included, to criticize the club on certain things that we don't like. But when the club does good or right things, man, we must be as loud as we always are when we criticize the club, man. So yeah, big ups to Mamelodi Sundowns, man. Going into this huge game on Saturday, man, I'm tempted to say, as early as it is in the season, we are 10 games into the season as Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club, and Orlando Pirates are 8 games into the season in the league, man. I'm tempted to say this is already a 6-pointer, man, this early into the season, because I think Pirates will challenge us this season, more so after being knocked out of the CAF Champions League. They have ample time to prepare for games. They won't be traveling all over the continent. And let's be honest, they have gone on into the market and got proper players, so I think it is a 6-pointer, because this game, a win in this game doesn't only mean you're getting 3 points. It means you are taking 3 points from your rivals. Hence I'm saying, as early as it is, this is definitely a 6-pointer, man. And uh, after being knocked out of the CAF Champions League over the weekend, embarrassingly so, I'm going to highlight that and rub it in and add salt into the wind, because Pirates is a big team. It shouldn't be eliminated. It shouldn't have been eliminated by that club, man. So after getting eliminated this early in the season, are Pirates under even more pressure to win the league this season? I think so. I think so. I think the only thing that will appease the Buccaneers, their supporters, will be the championship. If they'll be happy with winning cups, obviously, but the one thing that they are certainly desperate to win this season is definitely the league championship. I think this is the league will be the only thing that heals the pain. CAF Champions League. And let's be honest, man, the last time Pirates won the league was in 2012. That is insane, man. For such a big club to go for so long without winning the league, over 10 years, it is embarrassing. So the investments that they've made this season, they've gone and acquired good players who have already started performing this season. So I think they are under pressure to win the league, man. So they must. It's not about challenging Sundowns. They really must win the league, because of, if they don't, man, I do not think that will sit well with Buccaneers at large, because if they don't win it, Sundowns is most likely to be the team that wins it, and that will be 8 league championships in a row. If that doesn't guarantee this league, or rubber stamp the fact that this league is a farmers league, I do not know what needs to happen for everyone to agree that it is a farmers league, man. I had a chance to chat to a buddy of mine, Tabang, who is a huge Orlando Pirates fan, man. Many of you know him as Cheese. I asked him a few questions about, or going. I wanted to hear his thoughts going into this fixture, and here is what he had to say.
Pirates are under pressure to win the league. Of course, because I think it's more the coach, yes. He's under pressure to win the league because we did not make it to the CAF Champions League. Group stages. But the team has a lot of quality. I, myself, have faith in not only the team, but the coach too. I think it's been early, but I think he's proven himself to be a good coach. Let's not talk about what happened in Congo. We didn't even see the game, so we can't speak about that. But what we've seen so far, apart from the first 2 league games in which he lost, he has won every game, and apart from that game in Congo, he has won every game. Sundowns was dealt with thoroughly in the MTN 8, and we're going for the league this season. Of course, we cannot disrespect Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns, they've been champions for, I don't know now, 8 years or whatever. I'm not counting such. They are, of course, they still have quality. They still have Bafana players. They still have international players. But Orlando Pirates this season are different Orlando Pirates. As Mamelodi Sundowns supporters, I hope you guys have seen. And I hope you guys have acknowledge that this Orlando Pirates is different from the Orlando Pirates under Coach Jose Rivero. We still love our Coach Jose Rivero, but Coach Wadu has been giving the materials to dismantle this monopoly of Mamelodi Sundowns, and that is what he's going to do this weekend at Loftus. Somebody is going to get hurt, and that somebody is not Orlando Pirates. Rebele Mofokeng, we can't lie. I think against also Lupopo, although we did score the 3 goals in the second leg, his creativity is missed. We have very good players, but the boy is special and he creates something out of nothing. A highlight popped in my head of the Nedbank Cup final. What he did to Zungu was he's still recovering from that right now. So we miss him, but I think Apolis, the player that sent Bafana Bafana to the World Cup, Apolis, the player that won us the MTN 8 final, Apolis, the best player in a lot of Pirates right now, has got the goods, has got the scoring capabilities, has got the creative capabilities to see us past the line versus Mamelodi Sundowns. It will be a tight game. Mamelodi Sundowns will score first, but Orlando Pirates will come back 2-1 Orlando Pirates at Loftus. It's Cheese with a Z, not a S-E. You can find me on all the socials. It's just Cheese. On Facebook, it's Cheese Sports TV. On YouTube, it's Cheese Sports TV.
Yeah, man. Those are Thabang's thoughts going into this fixture, man. He's very confident going into this game. I don't know where this confidence comes from because it is not a cup game. It is a league game, and they know what happens when you face them in the league in most occasions. Both clubs go into this huge clash without 2 of their star players, man. Sundowns go into this game without a very vital cog in our team, man. Our midfield supremo, man, in Teboho Mokoena, who is suspended. And Orlando Pirates come into this game. We go into this game without one of their star players, man, a generational talent, one of the most talented players we have in our country in Relebohile Mofokeng. He is injured, man. And I wonder who will be the biggest miss going into this game, because I thought about this and I thought about this at length, and I came to the conclusion that Sundowns will miss Mokoena more than Pirates will miss Relebohile Mofokeng, Speaking of Mokoena and his suspension, man, Coach Cardoso, I don't know whether he was joking or he was hinting, or there's some he was into sinister moves, or with regards to Mokoena getting yellow carded and suspended, getting his 4th yellow card and suspended going into a game against Orlando Pirates. I'm not sure whether he was joking or he was really, really not happy with that. But to be honest, I don't think there's anything to that. We were meant to play Sekhukhune before playing Pirates, but our game against Sekhukhune got postponed. So if Debza had played in that game against Sekhukhune, man, obviously he would have been available for this game, Orlando Pirates. So I don't think there's much to it, to be honest. Here are my reasons why we will miss Debza more than they will miss Rele. Debza is very important in everything that Sundowns does in our build-up phase, in progressing the ball, in how we control the game, the tempo of the game, and also in the final third. And there's one thing that Debza does in big games, man. He takes the game by the scruff of the neck. Is that score of mine correct? I hope so. Yeah, man, he takes charge, when the chips are down, Debza rises, to a level that most or some players don't when the chips are down. So hence, I feel like we will miss him more than they will miss Rele. They'll definitely miss Rele because Rele is quality, but Rele hasn't started the season as we know Rele, and without him, they have two players that they signed before the beginning of the season in Oswin Apolis as well as Tepang Muremi. Two players who've already got running, they are already performing. Moremi with his goals, his goals have helped Pirates a lot this season, and then you have Austin Apollos, whose overall play has been good, at Orlando Pirates. So I don't think really will be much of a miss for Orlando Pirates going into this game, man. We go into our third game block as Mamelodi Sundowns, and it is not an easy game block, man. The next league games that we will play, obviously, the first one is the big one against Orlando Pirates on Saturday, followed by TS Galaxy Pirates at home, followed by TS Galaxy at home next week, and then there's Polokwane City away from home, and then Orbit College at home. And then the last game of our third game block will be away to Siwe in Bloemfontein and Siwelele, man. And hey, man, I would love for us to get 15 out of 15, make it a perfect game block. But it is going to be very difficult. And I think we're going to drop points either in our next game or the first game of the game block, or in the last game of the game block. It's either the game here, Pirates on Saturday, or the game here, Siwe. So I think in one of those games, we will play a draw. And so, but 13 points won't be too bad, man. 13 points out of 15 won't be too bad, man. So, but like I said, I'm hoping for a perfect game block. We haven't had one of those this season, so this is perfect timing, man, to get a perfect game block. Most when you look at the fact that the next 5 league games are the last 5 last games that we will play the league this year in 2025, because we will be going to AFCON. The national team Bafana will be going to AFCON. So it's very important that we close on a high note, man, and hopefully stretch the league going into the new year, man. My thoughts on this game, Ronaldo Pirates, man. It will be a very tough match between two very good teams, But I'm much more confident going into this game, Ronaldo Pirates, because of our recent history against them in the league. If this was a cup game, I wouldn't be so confident. And the last time these guys beat us at home in a league game was that 2018 when they beat us 1-3. For me, what was probably the best first half that I've ever seen in the PSL in a very long time. That game was fire, man. It was fire, man. But fortunately, we lost it. But overall, it was a great game. So, like I said, I'm very much confident going into this game. And I think it might be a very cagey game because both teams wouldn't want to lose this game. But with that said, these teams, man, 9 out of 10 times, they always give us a classic. So I am hoping for a history repeats itself and these teams play good football. They entertain everyone who will be watching from the stadium as well as home. So I'm really hoping, it is an entertaining game, man. And going into this game, man, I think the 2 victories against Remo Stars will be a confidence booster. Someone will say, it's just Remo Stars. What did you expect? But the confidence might have been down or dampened by the fact that we are knocked out of the Cunning Black Label knockout before the Champions League. And yeah, man, the fan base was not happy with that, So we needed something. We needed a huge win, and we got that in the first leg against Remo Stars and the performance as well. So I think the confidence in our camp will be very high going into this game. And we have one Peter Shalule who has seemingly found a new lease of life, man. Peter looks sharp, he looks different, Yes, Peter, his overall play is not the best, technically he's not as sound as you would want him to be, but you put that aside. Peter will give you goals, will give you a work rate, and his selflessness, we saw on over the weekend, the dummy for Santos is goal, and like I said, he has found a new lease of life. I'm very confident already he will have a good game on a Saturday, man. We need to shut down Mbokas. We need to shut down both their center backs, to be honest, but more so Mbokas because of his quality on the ball, man. He's very good at those long balls behind the defense. He can also break lines, so he's very good on the ball. Forget about his defensive duties for a minute. Just his how good he is on the ball. We need to make sure there are a few ways of nullifying Pirates, and one of the things that you need to do to nullify Pirates is make sure that they don't play balls behind your defense. It's make sure that you don't allow their wide forwards and their fullbacks to get into the half space running from deep, because once they do that, they will definitely punish you, man. And then there's the issue here, Makgopa, how we deal with Makgopa in this game will determine how this game goes, because from the perspective here, Orlando Pirates, in terms of their offensive side of things, because Makgopa is very crucial to Orlando Pirates, and he does this also for the national team, because he's actually the selflessness here is up there. Because one thing Makgopa will do, he will drag out your center backs and make space for his teammates. So it is very important for our center backs to know when to pass him on to the middle fielders and not be trapped, fall into the trap of chasing him and then vacating space behind us, and we eventually get punished. So you need to know when to pass him on to your middle fielders, man. Hey, man, we find ourselves in a conundrum going into this game because of the unavailability of Teboho Mokoena, man, because he will be a huge miss, like I said earlier on. The question is, who do we slot in Tebza's position? I think it is a toss between Jaden Adams and Batusi Obas. The issue is that Batusi can be the first receiver in our build-up phase, because Batusi turns over possession cheaply. That's one thing that I have issues with regards to Batusi. But apart from that, every other aspect, Batusi is a damn good player, But build-up is very important to Sundowns, And then there's Jaden Adams, who, for me, would be perfect for this role over the weekend. But Jaden's form is he's in the pits, man. He's been awful, to be honest, this season, Jaden, and I think his confidence is gone, and it'll be so crucial, because if you remember, when you were still at Stellis, he was very important in their build-up phase. They used to build up the same way we used to build up in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. With Onyango and Jali. Onyango would hold the ball to Jali, and Jali would drive straight through the middle with the ball, take that risk, or move it to the side, Jaden used to do that. He used to get the ball from Sage Stevens, drive straight through the park, or play it to the side, So it is really, really difficult to think. I haven't made up my mind, to be honest, going into this game as to who should be the one who plays in that position. Lastly, I think one, Nuno Sancho, he said his name is not Santos, he said Sancho, I think, will be very, very crucial. That guy can pick a pass. That guy can find his man, and I think he might be the one who wins us the game with his passes in in and around the zone 14 area, or from deep, finding players in and around that zone 14 area, finding Peter Shalulile, who I think will be very, very crucial for us in this game. Earlier on, I mentioned the fact that he's found a new lease of life. And the one thing that I like about Shalulile is that he doesn't like engaging in physical battles. He is focused on his job, running behind defenders, running into spaces, positioning himself, and helping, making room or space for his teammates. And Mbokazi likes physicality. Mbokazi likes engaging, and I think Reynas would suit Mbokazi's style of play, because Reynas Liana likes engaging. I'm not sure if most of you watched the Pirates MTN8 documentary where Mbokazi was talking about his battle with Reynas, so that's what Mbokazi likes, so Shalulile brings a different element, and I think that is where we might win this game. Going into the lineup, guys, I'm still not sure about Batusi and Jaden, goalkeeper, I will have Williams. My back four will be Mudau, Kekana, Cupido, as well as Obza, Audrey Mudiba. Middle field, I think we might need physicality in this game as well. I will go for Batusi and rely on Allende being the first receiver and helping us progress the ball, and move up the thirds, and then I'll have Nuno Sanch just behind, just in front of them, and then I will have Sales and Matthews as my wide forwards, and Peter Shalulile leading the line. Score prediction, I will go for the same score prediction as Cheese, but with Mamelodi Sundowns winning. So I'll go 2-1 to Mamelodi Sundowns. Hopefully, I am correct. And yeah, man, we get the 3 points and the bragging rights. Good luck to the boys. Good luck to the technical team. And please, Masandawana, cheer on the boys on Saturday. They will definitely need your backing. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make this game. I won't even be able to watch it, man. Next time you will see me will be on Monday. I will be bringing you the preview of our Betway Premiership game week 11 as we host TS Galaxy. Until next time, sharp Masanda.